There was actually one 5-minute conversation that could have changed my entire life today with Sir Luke a lot.
I think it was because we were just flexing too much in the in the bus that changed the. Yeah, I mean, every time we get together, we always have these conversations that 10x our own businesses.
You are kind of looking peeled right now, Luke.
It's all the lighting, baby. It's all the lighting. What was the conversation, Josh? And
So Luke was telling me about one of the clients that he works with where they just secured a $1 million deal per year for a sponsorship, which is about a third of the size of every single channel that I work with. And so the way that I was operating the sponsorship company was basically a failure because I wasn't going after the right people. It's all about market placement fit and do the people actually have capital. So I just need to think smarter and work a lot smarter because I've hired someone to kind of run this kind of passively. But we had, I've reached out to I think 650 people through this guy over the past 2 weeks, and we've only gotten one response. Whereas if I'm much more strategic and use one of my unique skills of getting a hold of people if I need to, I mean, I honestly think I can get a hold of any person on the planet through my current network, plus just I know how to get a hold of people through cold traffic, the types of messages, how to respond to them, how I got a hold of this billionaire Porter Stansberry and went to go spend the weekend with him in Maryland because he's someone that I wanted to talk to. So what I need to do is focus on hyper niching down on the people that I'm reaching out to, and that's how I'm going to take the sponsorship company to, by far, I think 10x my revenue.
this is the 80-20 rule. So instead of spending 80% of your time on the 20% of potential sponsors that give you a small amount of revenue, you're focusing 80% of your time on the much bigger fish, the outliers who have
actually 100% of my time.
That's what you should be doing.
Yeah. And
baby.
I think it's actually going to change my life. And then it's also some of the connections that Luke can bring to the table, the connections that I get that I can bring to Luke's table. Every single video somehow goes back to your network. And it's not even on purpose that we do this. It's just freaking true. It's the facts. I mean,
it literally happens, and this is why we always send each other voice messages, as much as possible, nearly every day, because we don't mean to have these conversations in person. It's just things that are going through our head, and we're just like, hey, what'd you think about this? Or hey, I heard this today.
Yeah,
on
and
a
honestly,
call.
this wasn't even me and Luke discussing business. It was Luke saying, dude, I can't believe this deal that was just closed. And then it sparked the light bulb in my head. It's the small conversations like that.
Collaboration is absolutely everything, and network really is your network.
And what's crazy is this is happening at a time when we're at Machu Picchu in Peru, seeing one of the 7 wonders of the world on vacation, drinking all weekend, partying, having a fun time, which is potentially going to make us more revenue than any other trip in human history.
I think everything you just said there absolutely kills the idea of the necessity of working a 9-to-5 job. I think to anyone who thinks...
Luke, we gotta cut the line.
We gotta move here, baby. We gotta move.
So keep going.
They're not gonna let us into Machu Picchu. So yeah, I mean, like this goes back to that simple philosophy we were just talking about. A lot of people would look at how much we spent on this trip, and I think that's a waste of money. But the ideas that both of us have for our individual businesses, absolutely
crushed
and
it.
most people just never take the risk. Most people just look at how much the trip potentially costs, and they just say, yeah, you know what? No, I'm not going to take that on. I'm not going to take that risk.
And the fun that we've had.
Oh, the fun! Don't even get started.
Dude, if I could pull up the videos of PJ and Luke. The audience and PJ's mom would be disturbed.
Carnage. Utter carnage, yeah.
Mom, don't watch this video.
PG and I
Cut, Mom, leave.
They would not be calling him PG anymore, I can tell you that.
Definitely not. Definitely
No.
not. Yeah, the long story short, we arrived in Cusco at about 11 o'clock at night after the most electric, hilarious plane trip of all time. And we thought, hey, we have to go out. It doesn't matter that it's a Thursday night. We have to go out. We walked in the rain to find the center of Cusco. We had a very big night, let's just say that.
They were being a complete bother on the plane. I mean, I'm really surprised that we didn't get kicked off the plane, our miles taken away from us and everything.
We were very lucky not to.